EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start to drive with White. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. They go play action now with McSorley. Open man is Denzel Mims. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Off of play action, it's McSorley. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Love. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jump. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 28 yards. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nwangu now for this end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now McSorley. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, here's White. And some room to work. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. 52 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. White again. Down to about the 22 here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is McSorley. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. McSorley sets to pass. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It'll be McSorley again. He completes it right side to White. Touchdown! Rashad White from 13 yards out. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get it behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
And as we've taught the special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you get a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Love, they go play action now. He'll get that complete to Albert O. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Love. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the right side here with White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now up to 14. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced them to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Play action this time with Love. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Garibay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Throwing on second and long. Love. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Off the play fake, Love. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Quiddy Pay picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit long. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Play fake. Here's Love. And he will find his man Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Taylor going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Here's Taylor again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action. Love to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Garabay's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Love. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is really...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Von Miller, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line is taking charge.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And they will take a knee here. The Ravens are champions of the AFC as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody.